President Biden has just announced that he is ending his re-election bid. Just moments ago, the president tweeted out, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president."
Corporate profits. Because when Wall Street goes and reports every single quarter they're making more money, they point out, hey, we're selling less stuff for more money now in the same packaging. That should...
Grandma, what are these? Oh, these are my old CDs. It's how we used to listen to music. Can we listen to them? Oh, sure, honey.
Welcome to Daily Ryu, the wildest ride on YouTube where we react to the most outrageous, mind-blowing viral videos and crazy news stories from around the world. Remember, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Hit that like, subscribe, comment and share. Let's get weird.
President Biden has just announced that he is ending his re-election bid. Just moments ago, the president tweeted out, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision." There are still so many questions yet to be decided and so little time before those questions need to be figured out. So I want to go right away to our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl. John, we are just 100 days out from the November election. Pressure was building on the president to step aside. Now he is announcing that he has.
Rachel, it's an extraordinary moment in American history. This is the first time we have seen a sitting president bow out of re-election since Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1968.
Moving developments. First, we had the letter from the president of the United States saying that he was going to step aside in this race. Now we are seeing yet another post on social media from President Biden, because the big question after the president announced that he was going to step aside in this race was who exactly was going to step in. Mary Bruce, it seems like the president has an answer to that question on who he's endorsing here.
Rachel, the president, in a tweet just announcing that he is offering his full support and endorsement for Kamala Harris to be the nominee of the party.
Tired of being gaslit by grocery stores. Everyone. And it's getting so annoying every day to deal with shrinkflation. We actually all know what the term shrinkflation means, right? It's when you go to the grocery store and you go buy that thing that you always get. And it has 6 in a box, right? And the box looks the same, and you take it and you pay for it. How much do you pay for it? You pay too much for it because we're also dealing with inflation. So you pay too much for it, and you get all the way home, and then you open up the box and you go, "This has 4 in it now." When did it change to having 4 in it? And you didn't notice that it said 4 on the front instead of 6 because you've been tired, because you have to work extra for all this extra money that everything costs. Why has this been happening? It's been happening because of corporate greed. And our senator here in Pennsylvania, Senator Bob Casey, did a bunch of reports on this, and now he has released a bill called the Shrinkflation Prevention Act of 2024 to help finally fight back against shrinkflation. In his reports, he has proven and shown, as so many other organizations have, that inflation and shrinkflation and greedflation are all tied to corporate profits. Because when Wall Street goes and reports every single quarter they're making more money, they point out, hey, we're selling less stuff for more money now in the same packaging. That should be illegal. That should have the jurisdiction of the Federal Trade Commission, which is what Senator Bob Casey wants to do. He wants to empower the Federal Trade Commission to be able to go after bad actors and bad companies who are selling us less for more.
What do you think? Smash the like and drop a comment below.
Grandma, what are these? Oh, these are my old CDs. It's how we used to listen to music. Can we listen to them? Oh, sure, honey. Oh, Aaron's mix. I wonder what's on here.
Do it, do it, do it now. Lick it good, suck this.
Hey, y'all crazy bitch, but you fuck.
Just wait till you see my dick. Hey, bitch, wait till you see my dick.
This way drop out my balls. All these bitches raw.
Naked, she's soaking wet. She leaking, soaking wet. What you doing, brother? What you doing, brother?
girls up. That's the way you like them.
I think that is enough for today. Would you like some noodle soup?
I'm just like
Remember,
you,
these videos are for
I've heard
entertainment
that there's a cure
purposes
for
only.
disease that's been suppressed. I have cancer. I'm not going to accept the modality of the day. I need to know if there's a cure that's suppressed out there, and I offer a $10,000 reward. What do you suppose happened? I had to hire 8 people to man the phones in 2 shifts. But one man called me. One man. And he impressed me. He said, there's not one cure for cancer that's been suppressed, there's been 5. Which one do you want to know about? I said, whatever one works. He sent me to somebody that had an original Rife Ray unit, and I used it. 3 months later, the cancer was gone. So was my arthritis. And I was so gung-ho on it that I decided that I had to get involved in building Rife machines and get it out there for people and really help them. So I started doing research into the Rife technologies, and I found another man who really knew quite a bit about Rife and had all the frequencies and everything, and I went to see him and paid him a little bit of money, and he became a friend of mine. His name is John Sajeka, and John Sajeka showed me that I wasn't using the Hertz rates to get rid of cancer at all. That upset me, because I paid good money for this. Now, and why did the cancer leave? And I looked at the Hertz rates that I was using, and lo and behold, there were Hertz rates to get rid of worms and parasites. It turned out that the lead poisoning was giving a bed for parasites to breed in furiously, and it was their waste that had given me cancer. I was absolutely in shock. The more research I did and the further I got into this, the more I found out that pretty much all disease is caused by worms and parasites.
Are these real or not? What do you think?
Wait a minute, what? Oh, I'm gonna break it down. I'm about to blow your mind with the information about Blackstone, so stay till the very end. This is freaking me out. It's almost funny how much I'm getting banned right now. So just look at my pinned videos. Both pinned videos have a ton of views. The one that does not have any views is the one you should watch, because that's what they're trying to keep from you. That's my hint. Now let's get to the Blackstone information. Blackstone beats genetic privacy suit over ancestry acquisition. So Blackstone now owns all the genetic information you send to them if you ever were like, I want to find out where I'm from. Ancestry.com. Blackstone Incorporated defeated a proposal, class action, alleging that its $4.7 billion acquisition of Ancestry.com. $4.7 billion to own your DNA. Sounds like a deal to me. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the 7th Circuit said Monday that plaintiffs Carolyn Bridges and Raymond Cunningham, good for them, by the way, that they even did this lawsuit. They just didn't have enough information. The court affirmed a lower court's dismissal of the lawsuit for failure to state a claim. That just means you got a bad lawyer or you're not really doing it right. But just in case you guys gave your DNA away because you wanted to know if your ancestors were from Britain or Ireland, they own you now. And with this awesome genetic manipulation called the mRNA, you don't think that all kind of come together right now over you? Yeah.
Yo, I'm back on this shit, man. Hey, yo, y'all seen Old Head before? Yo, listen, right? Cuz got more money than Elon, and I think we gotta listen to what he got to say, yo. Listen to this shit. Y'all know how to at least be knowing.
Crashes in history. Do you think we're headed for another market crash? Well, I mean, there'll be crashes, and there'll be a final crash from which there is no return. I believe that because there is social dissonance and we don't have a solid financial basis anymore, given all the debt, and we can just keep adding to the debt. So I think eventually it will collapse, and when it comes back, it will take some years to come back. The companies and the stocks will not exist when the system comes back again. So there'll be so the stocks that you end up with will be worthless. Reset. Yeah.
Y'all telling me that he don't know? He knows. Keep your eyes wide open like that. And wake up!
Interesting, is it not?
This is an ancient cross on top of a mountain in Peru with very high energy in this spot. But check out the carvings in the mountains in Peru. We know the truth now. Truth now.
This is Galveston, Texas, in the 1800s. We are told a population with its peak at around 20,000 people in the 1890s built all of these magnificent structures, called them schools and post offices, hotels, for such a small population just starting out. But of course, anyone that looks at these with any bit of scrutiny can see the age and weathering of these buildings, let alone the population size. That these were not built by settlers and pioneers, but merely inherited. And to erase the true narrative, the true history, these buildings had to be destroyed. Much like all the great fires in the country occurring the same time, this one, a great hurricane of 1900, demolished all of these magnificent stone buildings. Could a hurricane cause this level of destruction? It's possible. What's far less possible is that settlers and pioneers built all of these in less than 100 years' time. Much like these great fires, this hurricane made sure we had very little to question. But never stop questioning everything, friends. Until next time.
What do you think? Smash the like and drop a comment below.
Like y'all gonna, man, get the fuck out of here, man. This is Chicago. Look at the top and the bottom. They destroyed it and replaced it with a little box.
You've got to be kidding me.
Because they're not creative like that. They couldn't build them over. So they're giving you what their mind can perceive. They give you where the limit of their so-called imagination and creation. This is how far you go. A freaking box. Look at what we create though. Did you see the architectures in there? They literally destroy what they couldn't build. That's what you call jealousy. That's what you call hate. That's what you call deconstruction era. This is Chicago. Make it make sense. Huh? Make it make sense. If you build it, because they just try to, why would you destroy it if you build it? You know how long it take you to build this shit? Forever. Why would you destroy it? Now, for some people, look at here. This is building in Haiti. They destroyed it. This is the same architecture. They completely destroyed it. I'm gonna show you a couple of them. This is the Haiti White House. Dominican Republic couldn't even do that back then.
Unbelievable.
They were not a part of the empire, as far as I'm talking about people that move in. Now, when I said the real Haitian, they're not Dominican. They are real Haitian. They are real indigenous Haitian. They are real Kiscayan. For my real Dominican out there, not the one that believe they're Dominican. Those that believe they are Haitian. We are one, my G. I'm not fighting you. Because you were a part of the empire before the empire fall and separate the region. This is what we build in our glory. Okay? Before you become something you were not. Now, look at the size. This is how they destroyed them. This is in Haiti. Look at the size of look at the people buy this shit. This shit almost look like a step pyramid. It's just to show you
They're totally
just like
insane.
the step pyramid in Mexico. Look at the architecture. You gotta be a master builder to do that. They destroyed the bitch. Just so you know, they don't want the next generation to know how great we were. Look at the people in the corner, folks. You see how small the people look compared to the building site?
Let's see if TikTok will let the truth fly. So, fact. The Corporation of America was found guilty.
What a fox!
It was found guilty for crimes against humanity, for genocide, and it was told that it was supposed to be expended from this land. Now, this court case that I'm speaking about is almost impossible to find right now because everything says Trump this and Trump that, right? But you want to go looking back into 2018, 2019, and research the flesh pits that were found, okay? Because there was a flesh pit that was found in Texas that was containing all of the indigenous people, all of the people of color.
Unbelievable.
And so that didn't go over so well with the Moors, and because we're supposed to be protected here, right? And so what happened was, after losing that case in the Supreme Court, the American corporation was sued on behalf of we the people. Now, behind that, you have the UN, the United Nations, telling the American corporation that they needed to return everything that they took back to the people. Hence why all the
Remember, these videos are for entertainment purposes only.
Right? So you need to put all these pieces together, right? So this is why we had that shutdown in 2020, right? The contract with the Moroccan Empire, which gave permission for the corporation to exist on this land, wasn't in fact re-signed because of the things that were being found. And so due to that, the corporation was shut down. If you've noticed, the White House has been up for sale since 2020. Everybody that's been in office has been fake. President Trump was the last president. The corporation was expelled after him. What he did when he bankrupted the Fed was made it so that they didn't have to give back the money that they stole from everybody.
Oh no!
But what you're not realizing is that that was already bankrupted from the lawsuit. He was just there to make you think that it was the corporation of America that was doing these things for you. Now, if you follow the food train, right, follow the money real quick. Everybody's screaming about Nasara Jasara, right, about this thing that Trump created and how he's going to make everything great. But meanwhile, if you grab access to your estate and your birth certificate and all these things, and you actually do real research, you'll know that money is fake in the first place, and so that you don't need that, because all you have to do is discharge things with a 1099 OID.
I don't even know what that means.
You can discharge all your debts. You don't pay shit, right? So you don't need
What a fox!
Now, while I want you to think about this for a minute, right? At the same time that in order for you to qualify for Nasara Jasara, you have to have not gotten the in your arm, because that changes your genetic coding. At the same time, you have your President Trump telling people they needed to go and get popped, right? Why did he do that? Because he still represents the corporation. And because he represents that corporation, he needs there to still be workers inside that corporation. People that have that are no longer human. They're considered transhuman, and what that means is that they are considered biological property of the corporation and will not and cannot receive the benefits of Nasara Jasara. Same thing that that guy put in place is the same thing that's keeping everybody stuck. So realize that, you know, this man has been nothing but a trick. The trick was to get you to follow him so that you welcome this corporation back into the land. Because right now they still are fighting for your sovereignty, right? That's why in 2022, you had the World Health Organization have a meeting to remove the world's sovereignty. America was included in that. You can look that up yourself. These are things that you can look into. So if you understand that there is no money, then what is this money that you're waiting for from Nasara Jasara?
You see, you've been thinking that it's all been done in your favor, but the reality of it is that corporation got dissolved anyway. That's why the White House is up for sale. That's why the Fed building was boarded up. That's why all of the judges have been getting snatched up and sent to military tribunals for committing treason. That's why you've been seeing all of these politicians that are just quitting and leaving their positions. That's why you're seeing police stations that are shutting down around the country. Everything's going back to just the sheriffs. Now, the funny thing about this is, for some reason, everybody has to wait to find out, because people like you don't like to do research. You like to buy into whatever they're told and just run with it. That's the problem. So people like me that actually do research try to put the information out, and then you naysayers come over and fuck everything up and keep us stuck in the same jacked up system that we're trying to get rid of. Right? So meanwhile, while you think that it's Trump that's going to tank the corporation, the truth of the matter is the fact that we, the people, that have been grabbing our birth certificates, the bonds that they're extorting the money from, have been tanking the system by our own actions. Now, this isn't something that Trump could have put into place. You know why? Because there's no government right now. There hasn't been any government in this land since, basically back since 2020. Why you think Biden had to come in with tanks and things to get into the White House in the first place? Because he's not supposed to be there. He's never there. If you ever notice, he's never in the White House anymore, is he? No, that's because of the fact that the White House is a courthouse now. Actually, it might be completely empty at this point. I'll have to double check you on that one. But you need to do some research, my friend, and stop buying into what the news tells you, because the news is full of fake shit. You know, it's just like the cabal, right? It's just like the cabal, right? It's just like these Luciferians and shit. They have to tell you everything that they're doing, and you have to choose to follow them blindly anyway. You've been given all the clues by this man, but yet you're still choosing to blindly follow without doing any research or any looking into anything at all. That's unfortunate, because what we need right now is people to wake up, not people to stay asleep. I love you. Get it together.
Should we be worried?
Has anyone else noticed that the food is a little off lately?
One sandwich in, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck
people around the world are eating
is even in the inside of these bitches.
What is this?
What the fuck?
Watch what you eat, man. This stuff is not.
Rubber. It won't break. Look.
It
won't break.
Hell no. This has gotta go.
It took that much to get it to break.
This is gonna go.
Not a single person is tearing up right now.
Dude, come on. That looks like a watermelon. That's something like a prop out of a movie. What are we doing? That can't be good.
Look what the fuck the vinegar did. It opened up the fake chicken. This is that science lab made meat.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
We're not
It's
supposed
like
to be eating
stringy.
this stuff.
This does not look like a steak.
Here we go, guys. Would you eat lab-grown meat?
Look at that. Nobody should
Or do you think that we don't know enough? Comment below, share, follow. Thanks, guys.
Dear internet, first of all, I soaked this meat in the vinegar, and yes, it changed color. Like, it went from pink to brown. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just the vinegar that got in there. But why is this beef holographic?
That's supposed to be like salmon or something. Come on, man.
Just, look at that. It's like...
Stay weird.
I don't know what it is with the young boys. They want to throw stuff out, but they can't take it back. They can't take what they dish out. The young boy want to call me old. I say, what? Why you always got to call me old? He said, you is old. It's true. You is old. Okay, I'm old. Well, let me tell you a truth. Your grandma got good inside the mouth skin. That's true. You want to get mad? I'm telling you the truth. I found out on the trolley in 68. She got good inside the mouth skin. Now, it was all funny when you was telling me the truth. Now I'm telling you the truth. Stand on business. I thought we were standing on business. Stand on business, young man. Ask your granny. Ask about me.
Hey, man.
Well, that's it for today, folks. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment with suggestions of what you would like and videos you would like to see. Until next time, fam.